Yo, you know what's so funny, man? Is I've done these videos on how I don't want to be around, you know, ninjas. For now, after 2 minutes, I can say the real word, but you know what I'm saying, ninjas. And I don't want to live around them. I don't want to be around them. I don't want to associate myself with them and all of that, right? And you know what's so crazy? Like some people in the comment section have actually attacked me. You know what I'm saying? They saying, well, how could you not want to be around your own race and blah, 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 and this and that and so forth. And I thought I cleared it up, you know, because there's a difference between NIGGERSs and black people. There's a difference. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that overall, while we're living in America, there should definitely be a separation, and you should be able to know the difference between the two. You understand? But for the most part, this is what's so funny, is the reason why I'm able to point out who's the NIGGERS, who are the NIGGERSs, is because I used to be one. Straight up. It's just that plain and simple. You see, I don't have no problem. I don't have any problem with telling you all my business. If it's going to help, if it's going to help the youth, I have no problems. For real. If you all have definitely looked at my videos, like, you know, some of you all have said you have, you would know. Back in the days, I was a straight up nigga. Straight up. Like, the way I got here, the way that I got here from Raleigh, moving from Raleigh to Charlotte was on some, hold on, we're about 2 minutes. Nigga shit. Straight up. I had no license. My license was revoked. You know what I'm saying? Pretty Ricky he called DMV one day, and he was like, he called on my behalf, right? So he was speaking like as if it was, you know, he was me. You know what I'm saying? So he's talking to the lady, and she's like, sir, you might as well invest in a bike, because you ain't gonna never get your license back. You know what I'm saying? So I drove up to Charlotte with no license, no insurance. The tags on the car that I was driving was fictitious tags, and the car had no brakes. So every time I had to brake on the highway, I had to pull up the emergency brake. So if anyone knows anything about what it is to be a nigga, I do. I wasn't always a vegetarian. Man, every now and then I reminisce over when I used to eat Big Macs and fried chicken and all the rest of that stuff. You understand? Like, I wasn't health conscious until I got older. You understand? I used to go to I'm straight up, this is my word. I used to go to McDonald's and order the Big Mac value meal, right? And all my friends were getting like the soda that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? The beverage that comes with it. They were like, yo, let me get a Pepsi. The other dude was like, let me get a Sunkiss. The other dude was like, yo, let me get a Coke. I was on some shit like, man, let me get a high C, because I need my calcium. Like, I truly believe that high C orange drink had calcium in it, just because they said it had it in it. I was one of the most ignorant niggas that you can imagine on the planet. Even when I gained knowledge of self, even when I became conscious and aware of things, I still was doing nigga shit. And even till this day, I got nigga-like tendencies. But see, the thing of it is I'm not knocking those that have came from the projects, have came from the hood. Hell, my whole family's from the projects. Both sides, my mother's side and my father's side, from Tompkins projects in Brooklyn, New York. My great-grandfather, great-grandmother left the small island of Nevis, located in the West Indies, moved to New York, and that's where they lived at. That's where they had my grandfather. And my grandfather had my father. Tompkins projects. My mother and my father met each other and gave birth to me. Tompkins projects. But you see, there's a good Good ending to that story. My mother made it out. My aunt, my two uncles made it out. My grandmother, my grandfather made it out. On my mother's side, my grandfather on my father's side made it out. My father made it out. So it's okay to be from the projects, from the hood, and leave. You see, when I talk about niggas, I'm not just talking about black people. I'm talking about any and every race that has the nigga mentality, because that's what it is. There's no one race. There's no poster child for the title nigger. It's a mentality. And it's just that plain and simple. And I ain't gonna lie, man, every now and then it's nothing wrong with acting like a nigga every now and then. You know, when you in front of you dealing with a white racist person, you might have to bring that nigga out of you. The problem is that it's when you let that nigga consume you to the point where you have no sense of control. And being that you don't have then when you don't have a sense of control, I can't trust you. I don't know, who I'm dealing with at any given time. You understand? So there's a time and a place, believe it or not. You may laugh, but it's just the truth. It's a time and a place to be a nigga. Straight up. For real. I could give you one great example. When you get into some shit, you understand? Like, we're older now, so hopefully you don't get into that type of shit. But like when you were younger and you got into some shit, you know what I'm saying? You had to call up that one friend. You knew that one friend ain't no talking with that one friend. Ain't no talking with that one friend. That one friend is ready to fight off the rip, regardless of whether you right or wrong. You understand? That's what I'm saying. That, you got to bring that nigga out every now and then. But for the most part, at the end of the day, man, we have to be civilized. We do. So don't get it twisted. Don't ever think when you hear me talking about niggas and how I don't want to live around them, how I don't want to be around them, it's not for the obvious reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like as if, like I've never had any type of connections with them, and I'm so far, like I live in a suburb, so I'm so far detached from the hood and the projects and shit like that. No, I am really much so attached to that shit, to the point where I don't want them around, because I know I remember what it was to be like a nigga. And being a nigga is unpredictable. Being a nigga is making irrational decisions, taking unnecessary risk, dangerous risk at that. You see, while I carry my firearm on me, I can't be a nigga. I can't go around threatening people, brandishing, I think that's how you pronounce it. Brandishing a gun, a weapon. I can't do that. You understand? I have to be civilized and only pull out if need be. You understand? Me having a CCW, a permit to conceal my weapon, to carry it concealed, is according to the state of North Carolina, it's a privilege. And those privileges can be revoked if I act like a nigga. Straight up. So yeah, man, I grew up and I got older, and I saw, myself. I looked in the mirror one day and I was like, yo, come on, man, you're gonna have to straighten up. You know what I'm saying? And ever since then, I've straightened my life up. It's just being real. Like being a nigga I didn't care about my credit. I could care less. You understand? Like I went to one apartment and then, I couldn't pay the rent, and then I got evicted from that. And then, I said, well, shit, you know what? Let me hurry up and get another apartment before that hits my credit so I could be able to, have somewhere to stay. Well, guess what? I did that and I got evicted from the second one. And then I said to myself, well, shit, this is prior to me having children. You know what I'm saying? Then I said to myself, well, shit, I could just sleep on somebody's couch. That's a nigga type of mentality. A nigga is also irresponsible. And this is something that we have to let go. This nigga type mentality, because it's not getting us anywhere. Yeah, it's fine, Yo, I'm not lying. I mean, y'all may disapprove of it. I don't care. This is me. You understand? I ain't smoked weed in years. But I'm telling you, the next time I go to the West Indies, because I need that good sticky yicky. I don't need none of that GMO shit that y'all got. I need some straight up weed. I don't need no cupcake, this, that, and all the rest of that strand bullshit. I don't want none of that genetically modified weed. But when I get down there, I'm gonna smoke me some weed. It's okay. I could be a nigga for a couple hours. And some of you all on the weekends, you niggas, you go out there and you drink. And you may say that's not being a nigga. Yes, it is. Because what does alcohol do that's good for you? That's good for your body? I just want to know. Like, I'll give you an example. Broccoli, believe it or not, has protein in it. So if you eat a sufficient amount of broccoli, you can get that protein that your body needs. Or rather, one of the or several of the amino acids that your body needs. Well, let me just go a little further. If you eat quinoa has several amino acids. I think it's like, I think we need about 23 amino acids, if I'm not mistaken. 22, I think 20, 21 to 23, and 12 of the amino acids your body, the average body, produces by itself. And then the other ones you can get from, nuts, pause, vegetables, superfoods like quinoa. You understand? So if you eat quinoa, you can get the protein that you need, the daily value that you need for your body. What does alcohol do for your body? Can you get protein out of it? Can you get zinc, magnesium, calcium, vitamin D3? What can you get out of it? So you're drinking something that's intoxicating you. Because I don't know too many people that just drink and just love the taste of beer and liquor and wine. No, your ultimate goal, at least with me, my ultimate goal when I'm drinking is to get fucked up. Not to the point where I'm sloppy and just throwing up everywhere. No. Just having a little buzz. Right? But while I'm drinking, what am I getting out of it except for that liquor, that wine, that beer that's, just distorting my brain? That's it. So that's, believe it or not, you're being a nigga when you drink. Because there's no type of nutrients in alcohol. It's all, in all actuality, a poison. It's okay to be a nigga in the weekends. It's okay. You understand? But at the end of the day, you definitely have to be responsible. At the end of the day, there's a time and a place to be a nigga. And most times, it ain't good to be a nigga. You understand? But there's a time and a place to be one. It's just that when I say I don't want to live in the hood, because being in the hood, living in the projects, living in the hood, it's like you got to be a nigga 24/7. And that's the crazy shit to me. You know what I'm saying? I can't be ignorant 24/7. I just can't do it. I'm health conscious now. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get up and work out. I gotta get up and go to a job or work for myself to generate some type of money. I have to be productive. And most niggas are not. And if they are going to work, they working for all the wrong reasons. Like, okay, I'm just going to pay a little bit of bills. And then, I'm going to get fucked up. I'm going to eat oodles and noodles. And I'm going to do this and do that and blah, blah, blah. There's no discipline. There's no order or anything in their lives. I can't live like that. I can't live amongst people like that. Let me tell you something. There's some people in my community that I think are niggas. And they're not even like real niggas. What I mean by that is just based on the food that they eat. Just based on how inactive they are. As far as exercising, we have a community. It's a community, and that I live in, and there, sidewalks that you can walk. You know what I'm saying? You can walk around the community. There's no excuse or reason why you're just sitting at home not doing anything. You understand? So don't get it twisted. Being a nigga is a mentality. It's not just one race. Any race can be a nigga. Anybody can. Like I told you before in the very beginning of this video, I used to be one. Full-fledged, 100% one. Straight up. Y'all have heard the stories. For those that look at my videos like that, y'all know that I used to be a straight up and down nigga. Straight up. The decisions that I've made throughout my life, I don't know how I made it out. I really don't. At one point in time, I used to be an alcoholic. At one point in time, I used to be a womanizer. At one point in time, I used to be that person that just, habitual, like just breaking the law just for the hell of it. I boosted clothes, I stole things, all types of shit. You understand? But the beautiful part about it is that I woke up and I saw my life and I'm like, yo, I can't just live like this. I'm not going anywhere. And then I started having children. And then it's like, well, okay, let me get this right. Now that I have children, I have to be, a role model. I have to do good things. I have to be productive. I have to lead by example. You know what I'm saying? They're looking at me. These children are looking at me. I have to show them the right way. And if you, it's sad, but I mean, it's the truth. There are some people that don't ever change. They remain to niggas the rest of it for all their lives. They don't ever see change. They don't ever see growth. And neither do they want it. That's the reason why they don't see it. Because they don't want it. And they think of their life as just nothing. A piece of shit. I can't be around those type of people that have that type of mentality. I have to be around productive people. I want to be around people that exercise. I want to be around people that wake up in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I hate hearing it. It's no disrespect to those that say that. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you work in the mornings and the third shift and all of that shit. But I hate hearing people saying that say this shit. I hate it. Well, I'm not a morning person. What? Have you ever heard of this saying, like the early bird gets the worm? It's the truth. Like, I want to be around people that I can say, yo, man, let's get up like 5 a.m. and go work out. I want to be around people that's productive, that are creative. I have a creative mind. I want to be around people that think, somewhat like I do. I want to be around people that's productive in life, that have goals, things that they want to accomplish, things that they want to achieve. I want to be around people that's going to assist me, inspire, and motivate me to be the best me that I can be. Because before I leave this earth, I want to be able to be at the apex of my life. I want to know what it's like to take myself as far as I can go. Straight up. I've already been down on the bottom. I know what that shit feels like. I know what it's like being broke. I know what it's like being cheated on. I know what it's like to be high, drunk, irresponsible. I know what that's like. I know what it's like to be a liar. I know what it's like to be a womanizer. I know what it's like to be homeless. I know what it's like to live in the hood. I know what it's like to live in the projects. I got a hell of a lot of experience when it comes to negativity and being around negative people. I want to experience the exact opposite. So now do you understand where I'm coming from? Now do you understand the emotions that are behind the words? The emotions that are behind my words. Like, I've been through it. And all I'm saying is I don't want to go through the shit anymore. Period. I know what it's like being around people that just straight up negative, man. You know what I'm saying? All my life, motherfuckers like, yo, you too short. Or you this, you that. You can't do this and you can't do that. It's around negative people. Negative people all the fucking time. Even family members was negative. You know what I'm saying? And then I decided one day, man, I just woke up and I was like, man, you know what? I don't even need these motherfuckers. I just don't. If you can't motivate me, inspire me, and, you know what I'm saying, help me and be a positive person in my life, man, fuck you. Life is short. It's really, really short, man. And people are dying every day. You understand, man? I just want to be happy, man. As corny as that may sound to you, I just want to be happy, man. For now, I just want to be a normal person. It's just happy. You understand? And successful. And my success may be different from yours. But overall, as long as we accomplish what we individually want to accomplish, and then, hey, maybe we might want to come together and accomplish something together. Some type of goal, something that we want to achieve collectively. Man, let's just say let's say this. Let's look at it like this. We decided we want to come together, me and you. You know what I'm saying? You and I. We decided we want to come together and start a clothing line, right? And it's unsuccessful. Well, damn, at least we tried. At least we tried. At least we had the nerve to try. Isn't that what life is all about? Trying? But, man, a lot of these people, man, that live in the hood and fucking live in the projects, they ain't trying. They put forth little to no effort. Straight up. And I'm not one of them anymore, man. I'm just not. And for those that want to get out of the hood, for those that want to get out of the projects and shit like that, hey, submerge yourself in or around people that are positive. Start thinking positive. And I'm telling you, your environment will change when your state of mind changes, because it's here first. It starts here first. For real. So once you give up that nigga-like mentality, that nigga mentality, then after that, everything will change. You understand? So, yeah, man, I ain't trying to talk your heads off for everything, but for the most part, man, I know what it's exactly like being a nigga, because I used to be one. And I'm not one anymore. And I don't want to hang around and be around or know any type of niggas. I just want to be around positive people. You understand? Because I'm positive.